Hello and welcome back to my channel. Also welcome to anybody who's new here. So as I was saying, I'd like to get down and show you guys some of the fastest and easiest hacks I use to remove pet hair from my clothes, my couch, and my bedding. I have a big white fluffy cat, that's Cupcake. Hopefully you've seen some of the shorts that I've shared. I like wearing black, so I love her. She's worth it. I deal with the fuzz, but I want to show you the fastest ways to remove it. So as you can see, my black shirt, it is covered in white hair. Super covered. Wow. Okay, let's get started with the first one. Now this is actually very budget friendly, and I just use dishwashing gloves. So they're rubber gloves, and if you have a latex allergy, don't forget and buy nitrile, not latex version of your dishwashing gloves. These ones I really like and work very well because, as you can see, they have a texture to them for grip. So check this out. You can put on one glove and do it, or you can put on two gloves and double the surface area, which means you're getting stuff done at a faster rate for your surface area. So, all right, are you guys ready? Check this out. I just hold my shirt and I run down the shirt, and then boom, it piles up, and you see I've taken this area here and I can move stuff so that it balls up and it's easier to get off, and I'll touch it up with a lint roller. As you can see, move it to certain areas and then maybe hit it with the lint roller afterwards for a final touch, and you'll see that the difference between this part and this part here is huge. Very big difference. Started with this and we're ending with this. Now, it's not always perfect, but if you go in there and keep rubbing at it till it's good for you, you'll see that I will just continue to take off hair. Now, as you can see, there's still a tiny bit left, but it's insignificant to me because the amount of hair that she loses is crazy. So nothing's absolutely perfect, but if you wanted to spend the time and make it absolutely perfect, go for it. But this is the fastest way to remove a bulk amount of hair, and then all you do is take this bunch that you've bunched up, and I'll get it down to the end, and just take it, and there it goes. See, it's easier. You just come right off or pull it off. So the next little hack that I want to show you is actually a magic eraser. So this is going to magically erase the fuzz off of our clothes. All right, ready? Here we have this side. You can see the fuzz. Just swipe it along the fabric, and boom, you can see on here that it's picked up the fuzz, and then you just wipe it off and keep going. Now this one's only mildly effective in my opinion, but if you don't have much and you have this on hand, as you can see, the hair gets stuck to it because it has ridges and grooves that the hair can get caught in. You can see that it does actually make a dent in the amount of fuzz, and it's a very cost-effective item. As you can see, here's what we're starting with. This part here, very fuzzy, and then this is after a couple of swipes with the magic eraser. See, just pull it right up. And just kind of go at it like this. Remember, you're gonna see that this has got fuzz on it, and you're gonna wanna just use your hands, dust it off into the trash. Got hair flying everywhere. Dust her off, and you can see this one's okay, but again, better than we were before. This side, you can see where we use the rubber gloves and cat hair's flying everywhere. Much better. Started And then you can see this side is the magic eraser. So it's alright, but it's not as good as the glove to me. Next thing I want to show you is this one I travel with. So this one, I keep one in my car, and this thing is really awesome. So you can see it's texturized. It'll have a rough side one way and a smooth side the other way, and it just folds up really nicely. I can throw it in my backpack, throw it in a purse, throw it in the side of my boot, you know, if I don't have anything with me, don't have pockets in my pants or something, like boom, in my boots, because the fuzz gets up in my nose and I'm constantly like, and I don't want to touch my nose and get sick, so from touching other stuff. So here we go. I start out and I take my thumb and I squeeze, because this is a used one, so every time before I start, I just run my thumb along it, not on either way. So you're going to do it perpendicular to the grain and the smooth side. You're going to want to run it this way, and you could run it you could run it down this way, but it doesn't matter. Just make sure that you are perpendicular to your rough and smooth side and rub it, and that's the easiest way to remove the fuzz from it. So I'm going to start with the rough side down, and it doesn't matter if you go down or up with the rough side, it just has to be in the motion. So those hairs are going to be like claws, and those claws are pointed down, and you're going to rake it against your clothing. So you're going to break it, and if you're going to go up, then those claws are going to want to rake up your clothing. You see, raking down and breaking up to grab and pull and catch the hair. So I take my thumb, I feel it, which side it is, and as you can see, we'll go here, and I want to show you what happens. You'll see how much hair it's picked off of that, just those couple little swipes. I want to show you, you saw me clean it beforehand. Look at all that fluff. And my cat has a really fluffy undercoat, so she sheds a lot. It's a lot. So you can see this one's not perfect. It's not as good as the glove. Things get stuck, but you'll see it is picking up fluff. Absolutely, it's getting rid of that fluff. So it's good to keep on hand. Touch-ups and such. Cuddle sessions. Boom. Look at that. All that fluff. Okay, so the next thing I want to move over to is talking about my couch and brushing my couch. I brush the cat hair and it brushes off dust, as well as the cat hair or any fluffies, like may not even be cat hair, it may be shedding from this full fur. So that stuff gets everywhere, it piles up or crumbs because I even couch or something. So let me grab the brush and I'll show you how to do it. Okay, so this is just a plastic bristled brush. As you can see, it's a hair brush and it just has plastic bristles in it. And I will show you what happens when I brush the arm of my chair. Just brush it right here and brush out, not into the couch, of course, because I'm brushing any dirt and stuff or comes into it, so I brush away. I brush out, I brush on the side, you'll see cat hair flipping up into the air. And as you can see, there's a big extra chunk of hair. Now I couldn't get this perfectly clean before showing you this. Just had to keep it perfectly clean to show you the difference of before and after. But if you need to clean it, I just use a brush. You can see there's fluff coming out of it. This brush is great. I love this brush. It does a really good job at cleaning stuff. And then also, if you have faux fur items like this that comes on my chair. I brush it too, and it makes it come back to life. It separates and makes it soft, and then I'm getting the dust out of it, and I'm getting the cupcake hair for fluffs and any amount that's gonna shed to keep it from shedding on me. So check out all that we just pulled out of there. Again, you can use these instead of the brush, the gloves. These dish gloves work on everything. You need to go to an interview, you have a black jacket, just brush it down, and you'll watch the hair come flying off. And this is the fastest and easiest way to clean your stuff. That's the clean lapel, and as you can see, the other parts of it that are still covered in hair, this just takes it right off. I can get into the folds. Usually I like to hang it up on a rack, and then I can take both hands, one on each side of the garment, and just really fast, and it works super good. Very, very effective. Boom. Oops. Sometimes you rub the fuzz back on, and you don't want to do that. That's why I usually shake the glove. It also works on hoodies. Here's my hoodie. Check this out. It doesn't look like it's fuzzy. You can't see the fuzz. Get close. Rub it. And then, boom, you can see the fuzz that sticks to it. Maybe you'll see the fuzz flying around. But this really works. And I just, boom. Just really fast. Put on both gloves, do it both sides. Very easy. All right, so I'm gonna pause it really quick so that I can switch over to the bed. So when it switches over, you'll see us in a new spot, and I'm gonna show you my bedding and how I clean the cat hair off of my bed, because she likes to sleep in this little corner at the end of the bed, like curl up right there. And within 2 days after I clean it, it's just covered in cat hair. So let's move on over there. All right, over to the bed now, and I want to show you I use the brush. This is her little corner. I didn't set this up. This is literally just what it looks like after 2 days. I think it's a jersey microfiber bedding right here. So you can see, take a single swipe, and boom, look at that, look at that cat hair. Now this is very effective, this brush, also on cat towers. So this is what I like to use on, like I said, my couch and on cat towers. And also she has a scratch mat, like a rug that's a scratcher, like sisal, and I just get her cat hair off of that too. So wow, look at that, all that. So I also want to demonstrate the difference between the brush and, say, the magic eraser. See how that one works. Say you only have a magic eraser on hand. This is actually pretty effective too. Check that out. It just grabs, and that's a bunch of hair right off on it, and then you just pluck it off, throw it in the trash. Maybe you have a vacuum close by to vacuum up the fuzz, a little mini vac or something. And then also I wanted to do an example with the rubber glove. So let's scoot over here. We'll start over here so you can see how effective the rubber glove is too. Oh, it's actually on the end of the bat. It didn't really stick to it. But there, when I grab it off, see how effective this one is too? Very, very effective. So all 3 versions actually clean your bedding off. And I don't know if you guys know this, but even though I put my bedding in the laundry, like the washer and the dryer, I still have cat hair on it. And I even use washer and dryer things like wash and dry with these balls. As you can see, some fuzz gets attached to it. That's balled up hair, and so it knocks the cat hair off in the washer. This is a wool ball. I love using it with my comforter. It makes them dry faster, but it also knocks off hair. And what else knocks off hair in the dryer is these sheets. So they have a surface to them that's rough, and as it's going through there, it also knocks off. And since they're anti-cling, there's also that anti-cling to make the hair not stick as much to it. But they're not perfect. These don't really get, like, in the dryer off all of the hair. But these things, like, wow, that's a lot of hair. And then this one, I'll show you, that one got off that amount of hair. And then this one, this is the magic eraser. Look at all of that hair that it got off too. I also want to show you, I have another, and it looks like it's pretty clean, but check this out. You brush it and it brushes it really nicely. And then look at all that cat hair came off of it. You didn't even see it. Literally, this is just a couple of days. She sheds so much. She doesn't let me brush her, so I just have to brush on my item. Alright, thank you for joining me on my journey today, where I show you the fastest and easiest best hacks that I know for cleaning cat hair and fuzz and dust off of your clothes and your bedding and your couch too. Always brushing. So come back, check us out. We're gonna continue updating. That's me and Cupcake, my cat. We're gonna share our favorite life hacks, things that are just essential for making life easier, and things that we like. I'm gonna share some of her favorite treats and foods, and I'm also gonna talk about some of my favorite treats and foods. We're also going to be sharing some stuff like things that make her fur nice and shiny and help with her itchy skin, as well as stuff that works for my itchy, sensitive skin. So it's gonna be just a lot of talk about like what works for us in our home, in our living situation, and we're just gonna sprinkle in some cute little cat videos for you guys to enjoy her. So thank you for joining, and we'll see you the next time. Okay, thanks.